Once upon a time, in the heart of the mystical land of Eldoria, there was a quaint village named Greenleaf. This village was nestled between rolling hills and dense forests, and it was known for its lush gardens and vibrant flowers. At the edge of Greenleaf stood an ancient oak tree, under which lay an old, forgotten lantern. The lantern was covered in ivy and cobwebs, and the villagers spoke of its magic only in hushed tones, if at all. In this village lived a young girl named Clara, with a curious mind and a kind heart. Clara loved exploring the woods and meadows surrounding Greenleaf, always seeking new adventures. She had heard the old stories about the lantern, which was said to hold the power to grant a single wish to someone who truly needed it. One evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon and the sky turned a deep indigo, Clara decided to visit the old oak tree. She had heard her grandmother's stories about the lantern, and her curiosity got the better of her. She approached the lantern, its surface still covered in dust and vines. Determined, Clara began to clean the lantern, brushing off the ivy and polishing the metal. As she worked, she noticed that the lantern seemed to pulse with a faint, warm light. Intrigued, Clara rubbed it gently, and to her surprise, a soft, shimmering glow emerged from the lantern. The light grew brighter until a magical spirit appeared before Clara. The spirit was a graceful figure with flowing robes and eyes that sparkled like stars. "Greetings, dear Clara," the spirit said with a melodious voice. "I am Lyra, the guardian of the enchanted lantern. You have awakened its magic." Clara's eyes widened with wonder. "Is it true that the lantern can grant a wish?" she asked. Lyra nodded. "Yes, but remember, it will grant only one wish. It must come from a place of true need and pure heart." Clara thought for a moment. She loved her village dearly, but lately, the once thriving gardens of Greenleaf had begun to wilt and wither. The villagers were worried and disheartened. Clara's wish was clear: she wanted to restore the village's beauty and bring life back to the gardens. With a deep breath, Clara made her wish. "I wish for Greenleaf to be filled with vibrant, blooming flowers and to return to its former glory." Lyra smiled warmly and waved her hand. "Your wish is granted, but remember, true magic also requires effort and care. The lantern will help, but you must also tend to the gardens." With that, the spirit vanished, and the lantern's light dimmed. Clara returned to the village with renewed hope. The next morning, the villagers were astonished to find that the gardens had miraculously transformed overnight. Flowers of every color were in full bloom, and the once wilted plants were now lush and vibrant. The villagers were overjoyed and puzzled. They gathered around Clara, who shared the story of the enchanted lantern and her wish. Inspired by the magic, the villagers worked together to care for the gardens, nurturing the plants and ensuring they thrived. As the days passed, the village of Greenleaf flourished more than ever before. The gardens became renowned for their beauty, attracting visitors from far and wide. The air was filled with the sweet scent of flowers, and the villagers' spirits were lifted. One day, as Clara walked through the blooming gardens, she found an old, weathered book hidden among the flowers. It was filled with tales of the enchanted lantern and its history. Clara realized that the lantern's magic had not only restored the village's beauty but had also rekindled the villagers' love and care for their home. Grateful for the enchantment and the lesson learned, Clara continued to cherish the gardens and the lantern's legacy. She often visited the old oak tree, now adorned with vibrant flowers, to remember the magic that had transformed Greenleaf. The lantern remained a symbol of hope and community, reminding everyone that true magic is not just about granting wishes but also about the effort and love we put into our dreams. And so, Clara and the villagers of Greenleaf lived happily, with their gardens blooming in eternal splendor, and the enchanted lantern shining as a beacon of hope and magic.